Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. We are here. We are live. We are ready, I hope, for the State of the Union, brought to you in part by Donald Trump and Trump Industries. Emoluments clause in the emoluments. Sorry. Getting a little deep into it already. Guys, did you know that Donald Trump, who's a billionaire with significant holdings, made billions of dollars during his time as president when the economy was on a general uptick, at least in so far as, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is a good barometer of overall success in the market. Donald Trump's value went up with everybody else's. Now, some would call that inflation or whatever, but other people are mad about it. Oh, well, who cares? Who cares? Okay. So, we do have, let's see. We do have this State of the Union. It's already it's already running.
One of the next things we're going to be doing here is we're going to be looking for the Sergeant at Arms.
Why are you looking for the Sergeant at Arms?
That the president will be entering the chamber.
I'm just kidding. We're getting this thing pulled up, the live view of this.
Immigration and border security will be near the front of the agenda.
Let's see.
The economy certainly will be
with J.D. Vance
front of mind
whoever
as
that
pollsters
guy
continue to say that Americans have lots of economic concerns, especially cost of living pressures like inflation,
most of these people,
housing costs, and everyday affordability. The White House claims that it's made the economy stronger. But yet only a minority of voters say that they feel materially better off than a year ago. That divergence is likely to feature prominently in tonight's address.
What do we got?
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries there, who has been
State of the Union should be
negotiating with the president over DHS funding in recent weeks.
What do we got? My bad.
The White House does insist that it's aware of the economic anxiety among voters, and they are working to address it.
We are getting...
Brett Baer said earlier today that he anticipates President Trump will make some sort of announcement
at the
on
link that is pinned now in the chat
for everyday Americans and for corporations.
If you're looking to contribute your opinion to the show, super tips are a great way to do it.
A ban on Wall Street firms.
You can send in an audio clip,
from buying single-family
an
homes
AI-generated
as well.
audio clip, or you can also send in a picture that's brand new. That's brand new just for you guys.
Saying that Trump will call on Congress to formalize a ban on Wall Street firms from buying single-family homes.
Now, I haven't done the thing that some people do, like there's a
again, Brett Baer says Trump will call for a new form of corporate and personal tax cuts in his speech tonight, but we don't have specific details. We have not been able to get eyes on the full speech.
I don't have that. I don't have any of that.
Excerpts of it have been
I do have all of Trump's
appearing
nudes.
on social media.
It was very disturbing to get those. I'm going to mute this for now. Well, we do have some pics. Lexia here.
Hey, Nick, nice to see you again. Did you know your elbows are too pointy for your kneecaps?
I do.
That's kind of gay.
Yeah, that's correct. That is gay. What's not gay is Joe Moses, 20 months of membership.
Mr. Emmer. The gentlewoman from Michigan, Mrs. McClain. The gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Hudson. The gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Reschenthaler. The gentleman from Utah, Mr. Moore. Gentlewoman from Indiana, Mrs. Houchin. The gentleman from Oklahoma, Mr. Hearn. The gentleman from New York, Mr. Jeffries.
Yes.
The gentleman from California, Mr. Aguilar. The gentleman from California, Mr. Liu. The gentlewoman from Washington, Mrs. Delbene.
What's up, AJ?
Gentlewoman from Michigan,
doing,
Mrs. Dingle.
Nice to see you.
The President of the Senate, at the direction of that body, appoints the following senators as members of the committee on the part of the Senate to escort the President of the United States into the House chamber. The Senator from South Dakota, Mr. Thune. The Senator from Wyoming, Mr. Barrasso. The Senator from Arkansas, Mr. Cotton. The Senator from West Virginia,
hey, Nick,
Mrs. Capito.
So well.
The Senator from Oklahoma, Mr. Langford. The Senator from South Carolina, Mr. Scott. The Senator from New York, Mr. Schumer. The Senator from Illinois, Mr. Durbin. And the Senator from Minnesota, Ms. Klobuchar.
California has the floor.
The members of the escort committee will exit the chamber through the lobby doors.
Man. Bombs away, here's your punishment. Or whatever. Sorry.
Mr. Speaker,
Hi,
the
what's
acting
up?
dean of the Diplomatic Corps.
All right, thanks to the acting dean. Whoa. What is she acting as? My goodness. I thought we were buying Greenland. I didn't realize they were bringing it into the chambers. Oh, sorry, I gotta run to the bathroom. That's always a good look. Like talking in front of the camera. Hey, we're doing a good job up here, aren't we? Yeah, we are.
Of course.
And
I'll just speak for a moment here while there's a pause.
The Black Blade.
Following the president's address, we will hear the official Democratic response delivered this year by Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger. Spanberger, a former CIA officer and centrist Democrat who flipped a traditionally Republican district before winning the governor's mansion, is seen as a leading voice for the party's pragmatic wing.
Fox.
Expect her to focus heavily.
Yeah, there's no real reason to have the Fox commentary on there. We have ancient men talking to ancient women, resolving nothing. It's another day in Congress. Oh, who do we have now? Oh, I missed it. We have this guy whose mustache does not touch his beard and will not have any nonsense suggesting otherwise. It might. It might. It didn't look good either way. Oh, God, yay. I'm really excited about this. Supreme Court always gets to sit like right up front. They're not required to be here. They're not even part of it technically, but they get invited by Congress. They are showing up. They're going to be right up front. Trump is going to be, well, we're going to be complaining.
As I was saying, let's talk a little bit about the designated survivor, Representative Mike Thompson.
Thanks for letting me know that it was drowning me out
a bit. He's identified himself as one of the designated survivors ahead of President Donald Trump's address tonight. Designated survivors do not attend the president's address in person. Instead, they watch it from a secure, undisclosed location.
Fixes that for you.
He says that he was selected and will, in fact, be in an undisclosed location. If there are other, there's Justice Roberts.
What a wild thing. It's like, okay, well, we have We have one person who would be like, they're the designated survivor, right? Just in case, Congress gets nuked. But it's like, what if that happened? And there's just one guy. That'd be wild, right? Oh, no, I am. Okay, I am the president now and all of Congress. All right.
So for those of you wondering who the designated survivor is, we do know at least one of them is Representative Mike Thompson tonight. I'm listening in for any and all cues that will see more high-profile entries. We are waiting for the big one, which will be the Sergeant at Arms.
Okay, we do
introduce the president.
I am trying to get everything adjusted and everything in real time, or in real time here. So your feedback on audio is very helpful. So the stream here is completely different volume than the court stream I was just watching.
We're going to be focusing on tonight. Certainly the economy, foreign affairs like the Russia-Ukraine war, the U.S. military buildup. There's the second lady, Usha Vance. Her and the vice president.
She's a second lady. That sounds very
that they will be expanding their family.
It isn't. It just sounds that way.
You got to imagine trade and tariffs are going to come up during this speech.
You think? You think Trump might want to talk about
the Supreme Court,
tariffs and trade?
Again, you're looking at a number of justices.
With these beautiful tariffs, wonderful tariffs. No one's ever done tariffs like this.
The president's family.
Speaking of ladies, how's April doing? I have no idea.
President Trump and Melania.
It's been a minute.
It was reported that they arrived.
Hopefully she's doing
to
very
Capitol
well.
Hill moments ago. We
Last I
haven't seen them
checked,
enter the
she
chamber
was.
yet.
But
As we speak,
she's moved on with her
First
life.
Lady
Leave
has
her alone.
arrived. So as we watch this speech tonight, we're going to be listening for how the president frames issues like the economy.
Baron Trump is the
His
newest
foreign
Trump
policy.
Tower. That kid got so
Funding
tall so
VHS.
fast. Hey, what's up, IT Goatee?
President Trump in recent weeks has been hitting the campaign trail, you could say. Traveling to 2 battleground states, North Carolina and Georgia. The all-important midterms coming up in November.
Chief slinging beef, and we are happy to have you.
They just announced the president's cabinet.
Little Marco
Secretary
up front,
of State,
he really has come
Marco
along,
Rubio.
long way. They are led by an
Secretary
Oompa
Pete
Loompa,
Hegseth,
procured specifically for the occasion from their native homeland. Where's what suit from? This one? I got this one at this place called Knight's Chamber in St.
Jr.
Cloud. This is this Tommy Hilfiger? It's a
AG
Tommy
Pam
Hilfiger
Bondi,
jacket.
Scott Bessent.
The shirt, I don't remember. I think I
Howard
picked up the
Butnick in
shirt
the
at
back there.
Goodwill. The tie was my grandfather's tie.
You know, I normally have time to check in with our guests
I
before we
believe.
bring them on air.
I believe
but
it was my grandfather's
I believe
time.
Christian Daytalk is standing by. And Christian, I just want to make sure that you can hear me. Are we connected?
Hey, Austin, how's it going? Sorry
I'll
for
send
the
it to my.
technical
Hold on, I'll ask
difficulties.
my mom.
Hey, it's all right, man. We wanted to bring you in. One quick thing here. Daytalk is a White House reporter for the Washington Examiner. Christian, as we watch President Trump's cabinet file in, there's Chief of Staff Susie Wiles entering again, Bessent, Rubio, Hegseth. We are heading into a high-stakes midterm election, and the White House is calibrating tonight's speech to energize the president's base, but they're also trying to appeal to persuadable voters in battleground districts. How is the White House planning to toe that line tonight?
It's difficult, Austin, because on the one hand, the president really wants to talk about the successes he's ushered in over the past year. But ultimately, voters go to the polls in just a little over 8 months, and there's still major concerns about not only his economic stewardship, but also his ongoing immigration policies, which, let's be honest, do still poll remarkably well with MAGA or Republican voters, but there have been major concerns raised in the last several weeks
Sorry, I was
and months
sending a
about
picture of the
whether or
tie to
not
my
ICE
mom
and
to
CBP
identify
are
if that
simply
was my
going too far.
grandfather's
You have
tie.
to
I
also
think it
think
was.
about all of the foreign policy questions the president has to answer for. Not only the ongoing war in Ukraine, the process for rebuilding Gaza, but how his tariffs, and specifically the Supreme Court's decision to rule against those IEEPA fees, will factor into diplomacy on the global stage. It's going to be difficult because, again, Donald Trump wants to take a victory lap. He's notched 1 year back into his 4-year second term. But again, Republican officials are pressing the White House. You need to do
Trump
more
has
to sell your agenda.
Fuck the
and
Fox
on that
guy.
note, we expect two
Trump has to
specific
straddle this
proposals
line
from
because he
President
has
Trump
to say,
be
you know, the
unveiled
Dow is
at
performing
tonight's
really
speech.
well.
The first is a
We've
deal
got
that they are
we've got a
signing
strong
with these
economy,
AI
wonderful,
giant manufacturers
lots of
across
growth.
the country, where they will
We're
see
bringing jobs home. We're
electricity
bringing jobs away from
rate
China
spikes
and other
offset
competitors
for American households.
who really
You know,
never could
electricity
compete.
and the cost of energy
They
has been
never
a major
could.
concern
They
for
never could
voters.
compete with
The
us.
second, he's going
They
to push
tried.
Congress
They tried and they
pass
failed,
through
so
the
they cheat. So
reconciliation process
we've
a
put
new
tariffs
set of
on it, but
tax
we really are
reforms that
wonderful,
didn't make it into
smashing
the one
economy.
big beautiful bill last summer.
But he's got this
That's going to
problem
be a
where
steep
everything
hill
has become
decline
less affordable
ahead of the November midterms, and John Thune told us,
at the same time.
Senate Majority
So you
Leader,
have
that this one
purchasing
might be a
power
hurdle
of the
that's too
household
tough for them
going
to pass,
down.
given how
But you
caustic
have
this election
reports
will
of a
be.
great,
I've spent the
strong,
last
wonderful
hour or so
economy
looking at
as a
members of
result of Trump's
Congress
policies.
enter this building. Democrats,
So how he
Republicans
navigates
alike,
that'll be
a number
good.
of Democrats
I just
are
want to see him
protesting
scold
this
the
speech by
Supreme
not showing
Court.
up. By the way, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem has entered, along with Susie Wiles, DNI Tulsi Gabbard in the room as well.
Mute Fox, I guess. I guess. Oh man, I wouldn't want to be there. It's loud AF? Why don't you? I need to fix it before the speech
Trump
starts.
ultimately working the phones, helping Mike Johnson corral voters, because this hasn't been a
I'd
two-way
rather
relationship.
adjust
I mean, let's just look at these negotiations with Democrats regarding DHS funding that's been taking place over the past several days. It's very one-sided. The Democrats put forward their proposals. The White House say these are non-starters. The White House puts forward a proposal. Democrats say this isn't serious.
This is entirely,
so right now,
Ellie. It's in
necessarily
your
a lot of
head, Ellie.
collaboration. As far what is actually realistically achievable in the remainder of this congressional year, I think you'd have to look.
All of these people are George Bush. He's back.
Do you think Trump will walk over and take a Cleveland steamer on Dick Durbin or Chucky Schumer and Connery slap Justice Roberts, then give Kavanaugh a beer? I hope so. It would be legendary.
We have a lot of plans, wonderful plans for the economy and for the State of the Union.
In accord, but again, in an election year, I'm just not so sure anything that the president is going to put forward is going to get the necessary sign-off from Democrats and moderate Republicans to make it into a law eventually.
Washington Examiner White House reporter Christian Daytok joining me. I am Austin Westfall. We are waiting for the Sergeant at Arms to make the announcement that the president will be entering the building.
The Sergeant at Legs is Governor Greg Abbott.
Christian and I are going to be watching
He gave
during the
all.
course of this speech.
He gave all to his morning jog.
Own relationship with
Very
the
unfortunate.
GOP. There have been visible divisions, Christian, within the president's party on issues like foreign aid and trade. How is the White House managing?
So that voice
those
doesn't sound like
tensions
Bronco. It
heading
sounds
into a
kind of like Bronco to me.
nationally televised
Sounds like an
address?
angry Bronco.
Well, the simple answer is that they're trying to castigate these Republican members of Congress as anything but Republican. Maybe they're rhinos.
But Republican.
The president's Truth Social voice, Republicans in name only. But they're really trying to project unity, especially
Odds on a
heading into
declaration of
November.
war tonight with Iran.
Because,
The president
again,
cannot declare
the way that
war.
Donald Trump is legislating doesn't necessarily
Declaration of war would have to come
predicate
from
that typical two-way
Congress.
relationship we've seen.
There's no reason to
exist
declare
between the
war
executive and
anymore.
legislative branches.
Declaring
I think
war
the way that the president
was an
is putting
actual
forward
process
primary opponents
in international
against
law
sitting Republican members of
up until
Congress
World
in
War
both
II in
chambers
Geneva.
tells you all you need to know.
No
that
longer
this
allowed.
president
We're
isn't
no longer allowed
necessarily
to
centered on
offensively declare
focus-
war.
or,
Allowed
excuse me,
to
is
under
focused on
international
making
law,
sure
under
Republicans
Geneva
can
for part of it.
maintain their seats.
The U.S.
He's
I
focused
may
on
have
getting
actually assented to
Republicans
that
in
part.
who will vote in lockstep with his legislative agenda.
Let's listen in.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
That's the guy you get to yell? Hello, you can see all of my ears are fully intact. They say I'm too old, but I was able to dodge and Charlie Kirk wasn't. That was mean. I shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean any disrespect. I didn't. I just meant Trump was in the Matrix. Ricada, if you keep your mug so prominent, I'm out. Bye. I'm a vain and vicious monster. Adios. I love you. Come back next time. Oh, lean in a little closer. Whisper gingerly to me. Low bones. It's okay, Slagrush. You can focus on the oral all you want. I'm not going to stop you.
Selfie.
I have no idea how many Democrats are absent or present. I don't know how many there are. You're on the way up to the podium to deliver the State of the Union. Can we get a selfie, sir? Sir, can I get a selfie? Hello? Hello? What are you, a 15-year-old girl? See, the purple nose. Purple nose. I don't care if me vaping is sexy to you. Me vaping is sexy to me. I need to be turned on the whole time. Damn, look at that handsome guy just vaping away. Oh, shit. Which are the sunglasses. The sun is very, very prominent in my office. It's actually become a problem. So it's hard to move the sun. So rather than try to move it out of here, because it's going to stay, I guess, I decided to wear sunglasses. It was an easier solution. Yes, I need to reopen the Taj Mahal. I would be commenting on the State of the Union. I am a regular citizen of the United States. My name is George, and I am here to call you from Microsoft. Very good, buddy. We will need Amy Coney Barrett to open cloth. You saw more than 3 justices. There's 5. Hey, JD, can I go up there, please? I would like to talk. This is going to be like the Red Wedding. In the new book, Game of Thrones, that's the title. It's not Song of Ice and Fire. That would be crazy. Thank you. Keep clapping. I need you to clap longer than the last fellow. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Puck in the knee. It says, "So it's because of the studio lights."
Members of Congress
yeah,
have the high privilege
that's
and
a big part of
distinct
it.
honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
I didn't think you were. Sorry, I didn't think you were trying to be sassy or anything like that. Don't worry about it. No offense taken. I was just being goofy. Yeah, the studio lights and all the, just the screen lights in general. Plus, it coordinates with my jacket and tie. You know what they don't say is Canada.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's really an honor. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
I forget her name. What? Who is that one? We should stand up, guys. Hold on. I should stand up too, I guess. Thanks. Melania's in a suit. I don't like it. Melania belongs in a dress, in my opinion. She's just so fucking pretty in a dress.
Second Lady of the United States. Members of Congress.
What if he would have said, I was
my fellow
referring to
Americans.
Thomas Massey?
Our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before. Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
We're going back to vinyl on all things, outfits and entertainment.
When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
Oh, I would get so tired of standing up to clap. Like I'd be one of those guys in the front, like, shit, I don't want to do it. Everyone around me stands up and maybe they won't notice. Get out of here. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today our border is secure. Thank you. Today, our border is secure.
I think that's how
our
I
spirit
recharge.
is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
I'd be in a recliner with a chairlift every time.
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
Stop nodding like that.
In the past 9 months,
It's awkward.
0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
Chris, you know I'm looking good, taking some credit.
But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country.
Shelley C., this evening politicians will get more exercise in the past year. Combined O2 bottles are on standby.
The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year.
Yeah, it's all in Eric Richen's stomach.
And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years, year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred.
He was really good.
Before he was born, substantially before he was born.
Significantly
That's a long time
even.
ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%.
Okay. Didn't we used to ride 1% inflation? I feel like that. It's true.
Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places, $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
There you go. I haven't seen gas that low, but my gas has been pretty cheap lately. Dirt Cheap says the guy rocking back and forth like he just had a date with the Baldo.
Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year.
Why would I ban the word gay?
And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem while at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both. And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that, 1 year. Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up.
Maybe you're on top chat instead of live chat.
The last administration got less than
you can call me gay all you want.
$1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe. Think of it, much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes. A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world, the hottest.
Thank you to Death Valley for bringing up the average just enough. India put up a fight with their poop fields.
As thousands of new businesses are forming in factories,
groceries and rent aren't
laboratories
included in
built,
inflation, guys.
we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
Laughs in Maduro. Oh, wait. I don't know.
American
That's how
natural
he
gas
laughs.
production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill.
We mean it in the bedroom. We mean it in the fields.
More Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today. And 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
Hell yeah, brother. Less government jobs. I'm assuming you got snow like I did. When the last time you had to shovel your own driveway? Well, I got a four-wheel drive car. You don't have to shovel it as often.
We ended DEI in America.
I probably should. My driveway is like 300 feet long now. How long is your driveway? You shovel yours?
We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
That's just cutting off the fraud.
And for all of these reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
They don't have to stand every time, but they do because they wanted to look better than the last president. They don't stand now for any president. It looks like they're making a different statement.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud.
Oh, the hockey team.
The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
They're probably going to be on skates. Don't worry about it. They're professionals. Oh, no, they're in shoes. I was wrong. There's enough gold in their medals to make one watch. None of us even remembered there was a Winter Olympics. It was beautiful to watch them on replays on NBC because we all forgot. I'm just kidding. BC and fam says this doesn't matter. Yeah. It does, though. U.S. domination at the Olympics means that the United States still has a broad, diverse, and thorough program of combining education with sports in effective ways to bring representatives of our nation to the top of the entire world and to make them, their facilities, their training, and their opportunities the envy of every other stupid country. Fuck everybody. Shove all the gold medals down the stupid throats of the stupid other countries. Get wrecked, son.
It's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up.
Oh, some of them can't.
They beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House.
What's up, Colleen? How you doing? I love the Olympics. I love them, but they didn't air them well live. Yeah, streaming is changing how we do stuff. I think they're still confused. Legacy media is, but
they worked in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck. Think of it, 46 shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off. Whoa. You practiced that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question.
46 shots on net.
But I just want to
one
tell
goes
you
in.
That the members of
same
this
accuracy
great
as a
hockey
police
squad
officer
will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case, my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given, and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12, it's called
Hey, Ms. Leah.
the
Welcome.
highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Hell yeah. That's cool. You get a medal. You already have one, but here's another. This one's free, though. See you later, Lady Tammy.
Great athletes have gotten that, very great, the best. And I thought he deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no. And every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you all. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
Oh, hi, Alyssa's dad.
I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit,
Happy to have
it
you.
will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to
It's
do a
the
good
summer
job in Los
version,
Angeles.
the one we all actually like. None of that skiing slowly stuff. Only fast running, long running.
And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
That's crazy, by the way, because D.C. was very dangerous. You could get molested by a congressman all over the place.
I got them both. I got them in my first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened.
Did you guys hear the cell phone there?
Strange things took place. And now I've got them because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup. So we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming. And that is exciting news.
I'd love to go to a World Cup
This will be
game.
a year to celebrate our country and the heroes who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart, At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
I don't really stand anymore. It takes a lot. Oh wait, no, that wasn't Trump. Don't piss off.
So, Buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache.
Well, he's not 100 yet.
1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one? As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClelland closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission, a young guy, but very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate,
not a bottom,
but 164 others to safety.
That guy deserves a standing O for sure. That's pretty fucking manly. They're soon going to be married as he is converted to Islam.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Hello. Hola, Rita. Bienvenidos.
And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
Well, that guy's got a lot of ropes on him. That looks important.
And I'd like to have the military aide to please come down.
I'd like to have the military make you decide between a mustache
military aid.
and
Thank you
like a
very
beard
much.
and a not
Take
beard.
Care of that
Not
very important service.
that mustache alone is not okay.
Thank you very much.
You're picking up kids in a helicopter
From
that no one knew was there, and you've got that mustache?
To today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further, where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us.
Thank you.
And that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans. All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts.
All of you losers, nobody likes you. They want to cut taxes. You want to spend.
They wanted large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead. But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
No tax on tips. That has a limit, though. Right? Like, what's the limit on that?
And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
See, that's the creative type. Those are the things, the incentivizations that we like to see. That's funny.
Recently in Pennsylvania, I met Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's homeschools her children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime operating very heavy equipment.
It's a weird question, FFS
Megan is
cast.
here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and our expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half. Megan, please stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan.
Good job, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
I know you're stuck next to the one.
Thank you, Megan.
Next to the gravity well beside you.
Megan. Under our bill,
look at how big
Megan
that woman
can
is.
Also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it.
I didn't name those.
I did not name that.
There was JD. He's always doing things like that.
Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the third row. Nice man, a good man. Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6.25 billion to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children.
That's cool. It's a cool thing.
They're great people.
See, it's cool to have like partnerships where they do secure private donations and private investments in public American programs.
I asked Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said, well, I just sat on my dorm in school and I made computers and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops. So I congratulate him on that. But I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad.
He's also really happy about Gateway computers existing. As long as Gateway existed, people thought Dells were great. Gateways, American garbage.
So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing. Over 100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to trumpaccounts.gov, trumpaccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. They're setting every record in the book. It's popular. They knew what it was going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started. And now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000.
I was just making a joke.
It wasn't supposed to do it for many years. Were tariffs.
Don't take it too serious.
I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done. And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth. And the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling.
Very unfortunate.
But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement. So despite the disappointing
Look at John Roberts.
ruling, these powerful country saving. It's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in. Peace protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested.
Question is, do you believe this from Trump?
They've been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution.
By the way, Amy Coney Barrett told him how to do it.
Before, congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time-tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love. Right?
I know that you guys don't like ACB, but she left breadcrumbs in her, in the decision, telling him basically how he could probably legally do the tariffs.
Continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America.
J.D. Vance is all coked out. I don't know. Maybe. Mr. President, let's do some stuff.
For decades before I came along, we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time.
Quite possible, Frederick.
Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly used the word affordability, a word. They just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
This is why I like Trump. You did that. It was you. Wasn't me. Wasn't anybody. It was your fault. You voted for it. You scumbag turds.
They knew their statements were a lie. They knew it. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices.
What does a lie mean?
Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward. The price of eggs is down 60%.
Bro, eggs were crazy.
The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while.
What was that word? That wasn't a word,
and
Trump.
Soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance company has gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies.
That's all it was. That was open. That was open.
Giving them hundreds and
There's
hundreds
a beautiful meeting where a rep from the insurance company stands up and is like, no, we're good as long as you force everyone to do it.
1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else. That's why I introduced the great health care plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care.
The Affordable Care and Patient Protection Act was one of the grossest transfers of American money from people to to companies that could possibly legislated your money into the pockets of the richest fucking companies in the planet.
In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal.
And they did it openly.
Sounds so simple.
And they lied about it. They all deserve a fucking
the Democrats
noose for that.
Terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened. And now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before. Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. They tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action, but I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere. The lowest price.
Leverage and power. Trump knows how to use it better than almost anybody.
So in my first year of the second term, should be my third term, but strange things happen.
That was good. That's a singer.
Prescription drugs, a very big part of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way.
Everybody, every time they come up, what's the best idea for a name? It's always Trump. Trump prescription, Trump steak.
And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big. Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility. and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase.
Gonadal
But a few weeks
Trophiman.
ago, she logged onto the Trump RX website
I'm
and
guessing.
got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500, a reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
He doesn't know sign language, Catherine. That didn't do it. It's like America got her pregnant. We're all rooting in you.
So now I'm calling on Congress to codify
sorry.
my most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing I'm not sure it matters, because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes
500
along
still seems
after
high, trust
to
me.
say, let's raise drug
That's it.
prices by 700 or
It's a blessing.
800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech
We call it the
companies that they have the
RPPP.
obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory, so that no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed.
Yes,
So I'm
localizing
telling them
energy
they can build their
production
own plants,
with the
they can
ability to
produce their
bring
own electricity.
particularly
It will ensure
nuclear
the
power
company's
down
ability
to
get electricity
basically
while at the
consumer
same
levels.
time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for
Democratize
all these
the
cities
grid.
and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership. With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins,
love
a mom
home
of two from
ownership.
Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes.
Populism, baby.
And now I'm asking Congress to make that ban permanent.
It's not
because
capitalist.
homes for
Don't make the
people-
mistake of thinking that's capitalism.
Really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Racel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon.
Also ban the foreign market from doing this too. I believe they've started doing that. Yes, China is a big problem.
We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social
Why?
Security,
I don't give a shit about
Medicare,
Social Security
Medicare.
or Medicare.
Since I took office, the typical 401k balance
Again.
is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money.
Populism
We have millions
versus
and millions
capitalism.
of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still
But
do
the only
not
way to
have
do some of this
access to
stuff
a retirement plan
is through
with matching
power
contributions
and
from
leverage.
an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year, as we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising
Correct,
stock
Joe
market.
Schmo.
Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
You can't all be trust fund babies. Is that the Social Security and Medicare thing? Wouldn't you rather be in charge of it instead of worrying about it and having it used as voting leverage against you every single year?
They stood up for that. I can't believe it.
We are bad.
I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here?
No, Nancy wouldn't stand. That's wild.
The Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
Yeah. Oh, look at how mad they'll be on that one. If they stop the insider trading fiasco of Congress, they just cripple the income capability of it.
Anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota, where members of the
that's me.
Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
They put the camera on Ilhan Omar. I just want my brother. He's not going to do anything about it. I want to see some arrests.
And if we're able to find
You've been watching them.
Of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception.
Yes.
Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders.
I said all
brings
this.
Those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem.
The
We're going to
thief
take care
increases
of
the
this problem.
cost of life for everyone else.
Delilah. Delilah Colvin was only 5 years old in June.
Hey there, Delilah.
2024, when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by
she's probably dead.
And given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please.
Hell yeah.
You are a great inspiration.
Marcus looks really pissed. I like his gold tie, though. That's cool. Guys, if you like my asshole coverage of this, please click the like button on both YouTube and Rumble.
Thank you, Delilah. Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
Yeah, why is that even allowed? Like, that's insane that that wasn't already there. The things we have allowed to happen with illegal immigration because of 60 years of neutered nothing from these losers in Congress.
At the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. It was terrible.
Terrible.
Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life.
Every murder by an illegal alien is worse than any murder committed by an American citizen. Automatically.
Exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them.
Every single one. You can say, oh, Americans murder people too. So what? Those are our murderers, baby. Get out. Get out, get out, get out. Go.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you. Thank you.
He said that was a double point. Dang. Powerful. Masculine. Presidential.
As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points.
Yes, Don Zedmodo.
2 points we lost on GDP.
We have Americans who want the job of murderer. We don't need illegals taking it.
Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the
I was cleaning up snow like crazy.
We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union,
we can do it.
Is how
together
it gives
we
Americans
can.
a chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislature to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of
I was that wall.
the American government
I was on
is
that
to
wall.
protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
The entire problem with illegal immigration stems from incentivizing illegal immigration with equal benefits to citizens and legal residents. If you don't have incentivization to cross illegally, you just won't. You'll stay in your other country. This has been a strategy that goes back decades. Bad gas travels fast in a small town, Boosh. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, keep sitting. Sit down. Just stay there. Just sit down while we all celebrate. Nobody liked you. You're the guy at the party who doesn't like the punch. Oh, and Mark Kelly, the woman at the party who doesn't like the punch.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're terrible, worthless
people. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed. Also, you are large, very large. Who is the chunky tortilla next to Ilhan Omar? That wasn't AOC. AOC would be dressed better. Rashida Tlaib. Oh, yeah.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act. To stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. The cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID.
Done. That's it. Why is this hard? Almost, I believe every Western nation uses a voter ID system, just not us. And if we do it, it's somehow evil.
All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote.
If they pass this law, it puts the whole thing to the test. We get to acid test the fraud in real time. It'd be amazing.
Mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None.
Or travel. Why is everybody in Europe? 40 million people.
An easy one, and by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%.
Because it's the most obvious thing that we can do to secure an election, and there's no argument against it. There never has been. There's just been stonewalling from these losers.
New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Want them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No,
and he nails it. It is still a privilege. It is not a right.
Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress,
you need ID to get Sudafed at Walgreens.
Common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
Got to get it in before midterms. Get it in before midterms. Look at how angry they are. They all look like sad ice cream flavors. Fudge Brownie was sitting next to Vanilla Scream.
And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason.
That's it.
They make up all excuses.
Black people can't figure out how to get IDs. That's racist.
You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated, and their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
They're seething underneath. They're just sitting there. They know if he gets rid of the fraud and the voter fraud and the financial fraud, the Democrats stop getting funded and stop getting elected.
Government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused
she was
to
on a
return
soccer
Sage
team
to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full-ride scholarship to Liberty University.
Wherever you stand on the trans issue, you must realize that children, adolescents to teenagers go through all kinds of identity crises, and the availability and acceptability of trans as an option means that trans will necessarily be picked even when it's not appropriate or permanent. These kids have always gone through identity issues. Always.
Speaking about things like this.
Normalizing trans as an option, popularizing it, and publicizing it makes it an option they will choose.
It's going on all over numerous states.
Absent a diagnosis. That's a fine thing.
No state can be allowed to
until you pump them full of hormones that are irreversible.
Transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
It's like a menu of identities. They're trying to find the right one. It's okay.
Crazy, I'm telling you.
Give them some time. You can't pump them full of puberty blockers. These permanent life choices.
Amazing. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we?
So funny. We're lucky to even have one. I tell you, it's really a wonder. Hey guys, if you're not subscribed, make sure you click that button.
No one cares more about protecting America's
Turn on
youth
your
than our
notifications.
Wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it? Who would have believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous...
Echoes of Eliza Hamilton.
And had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot. Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that.
She's like, I'm prettier than you.
Educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future. Tonight, we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both, and Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much.
Catch you later, Relentless Radiance. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Gino says, fuck pedo Trump and his supporters. I think he would only like that if you were a child, according to your assessment. Chris Benoit, we'll get to your super chat, brother. Don't worry about it. Go spend some time with your family and wait.
I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years, and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal.
Isn't it amazing?
This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with
I didn't go see that movie. Are you crazy?
Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
Too bad Israel took him out. They used his watch or
Charlie
necklace.
was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
She was already standing, Trump. Come on, get with the program. Keep up, old man.
Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind.
Always. Oh, the Democrats learned to stand up for that one at least. They hated him. They hated him.
We love religion, and we love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see.
I'll be releasing
Above
a
all,
single
unleashing
called
America's
Bringing
promise
Jesus Back
requires keeping our communities safe.
with
We have
Justin
made
Timberlake.
incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Surutska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina, fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released
This
through
is terrible.
no cash bail, stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget. There were people on that train. No one will ever forget the
Not
expression
necessarily
of
the news
terror
if you're a
on
member.
Irina's
on
face
Reddit
as she
is
looked up
still
at her
around.
attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal, set free to kill in America, came in through open borders. Mrs. Zarevska, tonight I promise
do yours
you
have
we
the same
will ensure
stains as
justice
mine?
for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
These things are always brutal when, you know, like reality is brought back.
How do you not stand? How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
How do you not stand? Gareth Scipio is in here bringing cheer and joy to the chat as always.
Starting last
Big
summer,
fan of Trump.
I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement
Wants to vote for him for a third
to restore
term.
law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis, Tennessee, big success, New Orleans, Louisiana, big success, and our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen? In fact, crime in Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago.
That guy's enthused.
They don't like to hear that. One of the sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation, she was shot. He traveled here because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged, shouldn't have been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Eva Lee. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like it. So sorry. Thank you very much. She's a great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night, and she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone, but his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying, and after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right. Right, Melody? She turned out to be right.
Is that Shane Gillis? He snuck in there? I just wanted to talk to Trump.
Amazing, actually. I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much.
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. She's way bigger than that chick was.
So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask
He's like, no,
a highly
stay up.
respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Oh, he gave him a hug. That was cute. Put the Riz on that guy right there.
We love you all. Love you. We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. My first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand, Pakistan and India. Would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people said the Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, the Congo and Rwanda, and of course
had the white
war
gorillas
in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared.
Hello. I'm used to collecting stamps. Good job, Steve Witkoff.
And I also want to thank the man they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco.
Pretty Marco. Stand up, Marco. Come on. Put those tiny hands together. Humble. Humble. Yeah, to be clear, he's talking about 8 wars in other countries, not 8 American wars.
Of the votes when he was in confirmation. I think our next one was about 54%. And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think
I would like
is the best ever.
Say a few words, but it is difficult.
Under the ceasefire I negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that? Nobody thought it was possible. Nobody thought that was possible. Both living
Fetterman's
and dead,
going to
and those
text. He's
parents
going to stay standing and text.
who had a dead son.
Hold on, I got a
They
tweet.
always told me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. That was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages
Can you wait?
back, and many,
I
many
can't wait for the
before that,
Democrat
but I always
response.
said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back, but we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug. It's a tough thing to do, going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th, they were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Take care. And we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying.
That's crazy.
A month.
I don't even think about Ukraine anymore.
If I were president, would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
Operation Midnight Hammer, also what I call my escapades with Melania.
Good.
I wake her up sometimes. Melania, dear, it's time for Midnight Hammer.
For decades, it had been the
You are an
policy of the
Iranian
United
bunker, and I
States
am a
never to
J-Dam.
allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb.
We still have not located the mother.
And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protests. 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference
I mean, you wipe it out and then they build it back.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to continue to do so. Also, we just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong, because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together.
Comes with great
It's really called
responsibility.
Peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective.
Peace through strength has always been an effective American strategy since it started.
So thanks to Republican in Congress, we're investing that record number of dollars. Have no choice.
I think Jackie O probably doesn't look good in a bikini anymore.
Also creating a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason. Because as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country. And NATO countries are friends and allies. They are. They're our friends and they're our allies. They just agreed at my very strong request.
That's a man who needs to be
pay
put to the sword.
Of GDP for military defense rather than the 2%, which they weren't paying. We were paying for almost all of NATO. Now they're paying 5 as opposed to not paying 4. And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily with one meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying the freight of many of them. Very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full. Every branch of our
Nancy
armed
Plastic
forces
Losi.
is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently.
Whatever happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband after he hammered his gay lover to death?
And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776.
That is a metaphor, if you will, an illusion.
You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things, a lot of money we have. We have much more money than people understand. Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't take long. But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, what's the number? $1,775. I said, wait a minute. For one more dollar, we can have $1,776. It's going to...
We got to do it.
We're going to figure that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. One more dollar. I said $1,776. And I said, that's good. And I'll tell you what, our military, that was 4 months ago, our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it, so we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And I
give all of you guys $1,700 of someone else's money.
You know, the firemen
Thank
don't
me.
get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also...
Yeah, Fetterman has been standing up several times, actually. He's straying towards that capital I.
We're also restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels.
Large parts of Mexico. We also call that Sonia Sotomayor.
And I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Explicit fentanyl is a weapon of barge destruction, dropping heat in every verse.
And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that.
Who's this chick?
We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken down one of the most sinister cartel kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January.
Anybody know who that was? I don't know who that was. Slotkin? Oh, okay.
In January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive, very impressive. They couldn't believe, they all watched. They saw what happened. This is a different fighting force than we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby, because we did that. My baby is becoming
spaceships and lasers. No other president, not one. No one could do it. I could bring you spaceships and lasers faster than anyone. No president even had the gall.
And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice.
Why is Elizabeth Warren like angry about Maduro?
And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly.
My friend Ty says the best way to move forward in business is to do more business.
Grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and
Trump
was
takes
especially
that
close to her beloved
all the
Uncle
way to the
Enrique.
national level.
But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person.
Yeah,
Enrique, please
that's
come
cool,
down.
I guess. The economy isn't great for you, but the economy is great for somebody right now. And for lots of people. They just happen to have a good amount of money. Increased costs at the grocery store doesn't hit them the same. Who's smoking scan?
Thank you, Enrique. Have a good time. Nice to have you back, Enrique.
If you could
There
just
were many
go ahead and
heroes
trim the
on that
hedges on the way
January
out.
raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter.
Wonderful.
It was a massive
Black
Chinook
Hawk up.
carrying, as you can imagine, many, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation, protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing
RHT,
shots,
yep.
shredding his leg
Beautiful.
into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos
I don't know if they're the
who would
most
capture and
important.
detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine gun stood right in front of him. There were right in front of him 2 machine gunners who escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission. We probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen.
Oh.
Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded, but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out. The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets and keep on flying and landing, and people knew what was happening. Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew.
I don't believe they said no casualties. I
pouring
think they
down
said
the
no
aisle.
fatalities.
Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy. Come on in.
He'll walk on his hands. His legs are still working on it. I mean, that's him. That guy's a monster. Look at how big he is. I didn't really need to fly the helicopter. I carried it. Don't worry about it, Desert Pirate. Thanks for the thought, and thanks for watching and hanging out with me.
So we have
I mean, I know you need the legs to keep the
Eric and Amy.
helicopter going, but the most important,
recognition of Eric's
what about
actions
like
above and
eyes,
beyond the call
hands,
of duty.
teeth?
I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Heck yeah. Sometimes you see these awards given out and you're like, these are dumb. Every person who's gotten an award at this one, except maybe the hockey player, but even that one wasn't bad. Every one of them has actually been a good, solid award that we understand. We go, yeah, this is good. This person deserves it. And they would all probably disagree. They'd all say, I don't need that. Every one of them seems to have humility, dignity, and pride in who they are and what they've accomplished, but quiet pride, not boasting. Who and Tigger's mom sent a sticker, thank you. I will get to all the chats I can. I don't want to interrupt the president reading chats and stuff, but you send them in and hang out, and he's done talking, and we will go through all of them.
Thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their
Alyssa
fellow
MJ
warriors
says,
at
thanks for
Fort
the
Bragg
streams
recently.
today. Thank you.
You notice the name Fort Bragg. We have it back.
Hope your
We
dad's
brought it
enjoying
back.
the show.
We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House. And Eric will be there. Thank you.
She says he is good. Good. Now he's stuck. He can never not watch a show ever again.
Thank you, Eric. That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated many truly extraordinary American patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator, Navy fighter pilot. Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the
not getting caught like John McCain.
Of a lifetime. Legendary dogfight. Flying through
maybe he was,
blizzard
I don't know.
Conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
Happy to kill Krauts. Get it, Royce. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, that was so adorable. Look at him. He gets a medal from Melania. He gets a little neck job from Melania there. Oh, man. What a day for that guy. Look at him. He's like, it only took you 60 years. Wait a minute, 80? 80 years. Man. Guys, who what's it says I look really cool while making no money. That's on you. That's on you. You guys are making me look not cool in front of my friend who what's it. It's all about making money all the time. Can't ever just cover the news of, you know, like State of the Union. Oh, shoot. You're not supposed to give in to this dork. TBRHT gifting 20 memberships.
I've always wanted the Congressional
Treasure
Medal of Honor,
Island.
but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it. But if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing, and it's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both very much, Eric. Thank you.
World War II, I mean, well, all war, it produces these stories that are unbelievable. And men like this are just like, yeah, no, I went out flying that day.
Thank you.
You know, like they never, he's not sitting there juicing himself up.
250 years is a long time in the life of a nation, but in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the eye of history. Two of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago, 100 years before that, on July Fourth, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom.
Oh, one World War II is
The
Korea.
strongest,
Still,
wealthiest,
same
most
thing.
powerful, most successful nation in all of history. Americans ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous
Can't exaggerate
Wild
how
West.
awesome that dude is taking on
From
7
empty
MiGs
marshes
and a
and wide
Grumman
open
Panther.
plains, we raised up the world's greatest cities. Together, we mastered the world's mightiest industries and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies. And we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror. Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel. And then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer
What a line.
American will and unyielding American pride.
The wings
We
of
wired
aluminum
the
and
globe
steel.
with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture. And now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside. But that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge
where he'll get the best
Americans
deal.
cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Good speech, good ending. Killer close, man. Killer close. It's rare for him to not STFU about 2020. Oh, wait, I think you mean it's rare for him to... No, that's right. But this wasn't about 2020. It's about moving forward. Look, Trump has an ego. He's a bit of a narcissist sometimes. So one of the things that hurt and frustrated Trump, and they knew this, is calling him wrong on the voter fraud, while calling him, while completely betraying everything they said about his claims of voter fraud and applying it to him. That's nasty to do to a narcissist, telling them, so mean, to tell them that they're wrong.
The 2026
Especially
State
publicly.
of the Union address.
So Trump has struggles with that. He doesn't know what to do. He's got to talk about it because it drives him insane because he knows he was right.
State of the Union in history. as the president continues to make his way.
The way to fix it is to let it slot into place, left and right, all over. We've got a plan, ladies and gentlemen, and it involves getting rid of your cheating. I don't have to worry anymore. Trump was vindicated by Fulton County. They vindicated him probably as far as he's concerned. He doesn't need to talk about it anymore. They have to shut up about January 6th after Fulton County admitted to having 300,000 unchecked ballots. Giving him that, telling him that he was right, even if he wasn't right, like, it doesn't matter. That messaging is enough. It satisfies that niggling tick. He's stuck in there. He keeps going back. I was right about the votes. I know they cheated. Of course they did. All he had to do to say was, we're coming for your cheating. We're coming for your cheating. How can you disagree with voter ID? It rhymes, so it's correct. Once he's got it, he's got the agenda, he's got the votes. He says, how can you be opposed to this? You're monsters, you're animals, you just want to cheat. We all know it. That's all he needed. He didn't need to sit there and hammer on Biden. Biden's gone. Biden's effectively dead. No one cares about him. He's eliminated the cheating for the next guy. He's cleared the path. Trump took that bullet. He knows he did. Took a real bullet. He took the political bullet. He gets to rise up from the ashes and conquer the thing that conquered him unfairly. This is all in his psychology. This isn't necessarily real. It doesn't matter. That was his hang-up. Now that's not there. He's not fish hooked back into explaining why he was right. We're coming. Did you hear me say we're coming for you? We are. We're coming for them.
Thank you, everybody. Great job. Great. Thank you.
So he's able to go up there, pull out the sledgehammer. Here's what we've done. You lie about us every day. Here's how we're winning. You're holding us back. The bad parts that you're going to complain about are your fault. We've been winning. We've been negotiating for the people. We've been cutting taxes. We've been raising that money back on the backs of the people who it deserves to be paid for by, which is foreign manufacturers. We can manufacture here at home. We'll grow our workforce. We'll grow our manufacturing. We'll make America into what it was. I don't necessarily agree with all of these policies.
And President Trump.
It doesn't really matter.
Exiting the chamber. As
it's messaging and marketing that he's really good at, and they gave him all the ammo for it, and he crammed it down their stupid throats.
The chair declares the joint session of the two houses now dissolved.
All right, that's them bringing.
We'll see if Fox is going to go to the Democrat.
Tonight's address was wide-ranging, but it centered on immigration, the economy.
I'm going to pause this or I'm muting it until if I see a Democrat address, then which they should have a response. Who's going to deliver it? I don't know. They should have a response coming. We'll watch that. Ken Marriage says TBRHT should receive a standing ovation. I don't stand up on camera very often. It's kind of weird because you'd just be looking at my penis. And you don't need to be doing that. But thank you so much. 20 gifted memberships forced upon the chat in beautiful fashion. Speaking of
Brandon
forced,
Herrera is basically guaranteed a win. His opponent is getting calls to step down due to a very, very bad-looking affair. Destries Tony's whole image. Let's go, Brandon.
I think it destroys Tony's whole image. Yeah, Brandon Herrera coming out heavy. Looks like he's going to be riding the horse of victory into Congress. What do we got here?
That's as we clocked it, Caroline. What were the main standouts?
Shut up, Caroline. Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit says, I hope he announces an official pardon for my bad night. Me and Don go way back. I taught him how to do a clothesline. He didn't like my suggestion to practice on Melania, though. Joe Moses says, no money. Then where is my member? Hopefully in some pudding. Nick has never specifically said if he's pro or anti-Trump. I voted for Trump in 2024. I did not vote for Trump in 2016. I did vote for him in 2020. He said things in 2016 that made me really concerned about, oddly enough, given recent events, First Amendment and how he would approach journalists and his seeming desire to use his office to go after his enemies. And I didn't think that that was appropriate, even though they deserve it. I want my president to move the country forward, not focus on personal revenge. 2016, he demonstrated that wasn't actually what he was going to do. He talks a lot about it. And again, it's leverage. I had to learn that about Trump. He's not my type of president. I'm a libertarian, small L libertarian, more than I'm a Republican. And I certainly, I don't like some of his more authoritarian and populist policies, but hey, that's what we've got now. I'm very curious about what he will do in office, because I think it gives us the opportunity to, he's a president who's a strongman president who pushes the bounds of what we understand presidential power to be, which means we get to find out what presidential power is. Supreme Court is a big part of that. And, in some of the bigger things, they've been siding with Trump. They didn't side with him on the tariffs. Is over specific statutory construction. They said this statute doesn't give you the authority to create tariffs. He could modify them, he could end them, but he couldn't create them under the statute. However, a different part of the statute or a different statute allows him to do temporary tariffs, which he immediately imposed. And make no mistake, I'm sure he will be looking to reimpose those for a new reason the moment these expire in like 120 or 150 days, whatever it is. But kind of crazy.
As we're going to pivot over to our friend Tom LoBianco of 24 Site News. Tom, along with me and everybody else who's been watching tonight, we were listening for some specific.
I don't want to pivot to Tom. I want to know the Democrat response.
Is headed. I was curious about DHS funding.
Let me see if I can find it.
Obviously, a lot of us are watching the military buildup.
Does anybody have a link? Is there a Democrat response
as to where that might be going? I heard Trump sort of vaguely allude to the idea that if diplomacy isn't reached, then there may be another avenue that they look at in the near-term future here.
Response.
But ultimately, Tom, as we look at this now empty chamber, what are your main takeaways from
the Democrat response is coming in
we
26 seconds.
Take your calls and to hear from our two guests. Now, beginning now from Williamsburg, in just a second, you're going to hear
Virginia
Abigail Spanberger,
governor,
former CIA agent, former member of Congress, just elected to the governorship.
Shut up, old man. Get off my screen. Put the old lady up.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome to historic Williamsburg. We
Whoa.
are gathered here in the chambers of the House
Her
of
hairline's
Burgesses.
receding harder than the economy.
In 1705, the people of the Virginia colony gathered here to take on the extraordinary task of governing themselves. Before there was a Declaration of Independence, a Constitution, or a Bill of Rights, there were people in this room. The people who served here ultimately dreamed of what a new nation, unlike anything the world had ever seen, could be. The United States was founded on the idea that ordinary people could reject the unacceptable excesses of poor leadership, band together to demand better of their government, and create a nation that would be an example for the world.
Also, to remove the tax on their import businesses.
And this year, as we celebrate 250 years since America declared our independence from tyranny, I can think of no better place to speak to you as we reflect on the current state of our union. Tonight, as we watched our nation's lawmakers gather for a joint session of Congress, we did not hear the truth from our president.
Oh, he's a liar.
So let's
Okay.
speak plainly and honestly. And let me ask you, the American people
Kind of
watching at
sounded
home,
plain.
3 questions. Is the president working to make life more affordable for you and your family? Is the president working to keep Americans safe both at home and abroad. Is the president working for you? As I campaigned for governor last year,
I think easily you can answer those three questions yes. You can say that he hasn't succeeded on the first one.
Everywhere. Costs are
but
too
definitely
high
he yes to
in
all three on
housing,
is he
healthcare,
working on it
energy, and
overtly.
childcare. And I know these same conversations are being had all across this country. Because since this president took office last
Again, criticize his performance,
his reckless trade
but his
policies
effort is
have
obvious
forced
and
American
notorious,
families to
and
pay
you
more than
guys hate it.
$1,700 each in tariff costs. Small businesses have suffered, farmers have suffered, some losing entire markets. Everyday Americans are paying the price.
Some losing
and even
entire
though the
markets?
Supreme Court struck these tariffs down
Farmers-
4 days
farmers
ago,
markets?
the damage to us, the American people, has already been done. Meanwhile, the president is planning for new tariffs, another massive tax hike.
Liberal
on you
women will
and
be
your
the
family.
downfall of America.
And Republicans in Congress, they remain unwilling to assert their constitutional authority to stop him. They're making your life harder. They're making your life more expensive. They're even making it more difficult to see a doctor. Rural health clinics in Virginia and across the country are already closing their doors thanks to the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, championed by the president and Republicans in Congress. And tonight, the president celebrated this law, the one threatening rural hospitals, stripping health care from millions of Americans and driving up costs in energy and housing.
Does it sound like
all
it's
while
raining in your
cutting
mouth?
food programs for
Cotton
hungry
mouth
kids.
response is very common.
But here in Virginia, I am working with our state legislature
Remember
to
when
lower
Marco
costs
did it?
and make the Commonwealth more affordable.
Yeah, who cares?
And it's not just me. Democrats across the country are laser focused on affordability in our nation's capital and in state capitals and communities across America.
Democrats
in the
and
most innovative
affordability
and
are
exceptional
antonyms.
nation in the history of the world, Americans deserve
Unless
to
you're a
know
lobbyist.
that their leaders are focused on addressing the problems that keep them up at night. Problems that dictate where you live, whether you can afford to start a business or whether you have to skip a prescription in order to buy groceries. So I'll ask again.
Prescription prices have objectively
Is the
come
president
down.
working to make life more affordable for
It's
you?
like so much, it's
and
kind
your
of
family?
funny.
We all know the answer is no. I grew up in a house of service. My mother was a nurse, and my father was a career law enforcement officer.
Oh,
I
cool.
began my career by following in my father's
Double union
footsteps
household.
as a federal agent working money laundering and narcotics cases. I work side by side with local and state police to keep our community safe.
I'm joking.
And to uphold and enforce the law. Law enforcement officers across the country know that it is a unique responsibility to do the serious work of investigating crimes, comforting victims, and making arrests. It's about building trust, and that requires an abiding sense of duty and commitment to community. And yet, our president has sent poorly trained federal agents into our cities,
Always
where they have
poorly
arrested
trained.
and detained American citizens
Clarion
and people
call.
who aspire to be Americans. And they have done it without a warrant. They have ripped nursing mothers away from their babies. They have sent children, a little boy in a blue bunny hat, children
A blue
to
bunny
far
hat.
off detention centers.
Ice cream.
And they have killed American
That's
citizens
the law
in
that
our
Congress
streets.
passed, dummy.
And they have done it all with their faces masked from accountability. Every minute spent sowing fear is a minute not spent investigating murders, crimes against children, or the criminals defrauding seniors of their life savings. Our president
They're literally
told us tonight
doing
that
that.
we are safer because these agents arrest mothers and detain children. Think about that.
What makes mothers
Our
and
broken
children
immigration
exempt
system
from being
is something to be
illegally
fixed,
present?
Not an excuse for
don't
unaccountable agents to terrorize
Why are you
our
sexist?
communities.
Eat shit. The woman
After
illegally
working in
present
law
person
enforcement, I continued
is
my career
also a
service
thief.
as a CIA officer, working undercover to protect the United States and our allies from global threats, terrorism, nuclear weapons, and the aggression of adversarial nations around the globe. But as the president spoke of his perceived successes tonight, he continues to cede economic power and technological strength to Russia, bow down to China, bow down to a Russian dictator, and make plans for war with Iran. Here's the truth. Over the last year, through DOGE, mass firings, and the appointment of deeply unserious people to our
Big
nation's
ups
most
in the chat
serious
for
positions,
DOGE, the most
our president
hilarious
has
government
endangered
program.
the long and storied history of the United States of America being a force for good. So I'll ask again, is the president working to keep Americans safe?
DOGE
both at
immediately
home
comes in and trims
abroad?
the fat.
We all know the answer is no. In his speech tonight, the president did what he always does. He lied, he scapegoated, and he distracted. And
Where?
he offered no real solutions to our nation's pressing challenges. So
He's
many
been
of
solving
which
them.
he is actively making worse. He tries to divide us. He tries to enrage us, to pit us against one another, neighbor against neighbor. And sometimes he succeeds. And so you have to ask, who benefits from his rhetoric, his policies, his actions,
Says a lady
the
wanting to
short
put me in
list of
jail
laws he's
for
pushed
having
through
my gun
this
stolen from
Republican
me.
Congress? Somebody must be benefiting. He's enriching himself, his family, his friends. The scale
It always goes
of
back
the
to this.
corruption is unprecedented. There's the cover-up of the Epstein files, the crypto scams, cozying up to foreign princes for
Crypto
airplanes
scams, I
and
eat
billionaires
those
for
for breakfast.
ballrooms, putting his name and face on buildings all over our nation's capital.
I didn't
This
choose
is not
that. I
what
didn't
our
pick it.
founders envisioned, not
I didn't
by
name
a
that
long
building.
shot.
What are you talking about? Yes, they did. Our founders put their names
So
on
I'll
all
ask
sorts
again,
of stuff.
Is the president working for you? We all know the answer is no. But here's the special thing about America. On our 250th anniversary, we know better than any nation what is possible when ordinary citizens, like those who once dreamed right here in this room,
Spider Eternal.
reject
All
the
this bitch does is
unacceptable and
lie.
demand more of their government. We see it in the determination of students organizing school walkouts all across the country, whose voices are becoming so powerful that
Yeah.
the governor of Texas seeks to silence them.
Students are the ones we
see
should
it
be
in the
looking to for
bravery of
guidance.
Americans in Minnesota standing up for their communities, from peacefully protesting in sub-zero temperatures
To trying to run over an officer
carpooling
with a
children
car.
to school so that their immigrant parents are not ripped away from them in the parking lot.
They can go
As a
with
mother
their
of
immigrant
3
parents
school-aged
back
daughters, I
to
am
where their immigrant
inspired by
parents
their bravery.
illegally left.
But I am sickened that it is necessary. And Americans across the country are taking action. They are going to the ballot box to reject this chaos. With their votes, they are writing a new story, a more hopeful story. In November, I won my election by 15 points.
Probably from fraud. Spider Eternal says Doge is the only government
13
program
new
that
seats
ever
in our
worked.
state legislature.
2 businessmen came up with an idea and it actually functioned. It was
Because
amazing.
voters decided they wanted something different. Our campaign earned votes from Democrats, Republicans, independents, and everyone in between.
And the deceased.
Because they knew as citizens they could demand more, that they could vote for what they believe matters, and that they didn't need to be constrained by a party or political affiliation. This is happening across the country. New Jersey elected Mikey Sherrill as governor in a double-digit victory.
Good job, New Jersey. Nobody
Democrats
cares.
flipped state legislative seats in places like Georgia, Iowa, Mississippi, and Texas. The list goes on and on. Ordinary Americans are stepping up to run in the spirit of our forefathers.
We gotta suffer,
They are
Iceman.
running to demand more and to do more for their neighbors and communities. I know this story well. I first ran for office in 2018 alongside dozens of other Democrats who did the seemingly impossible, flipping 41 seats in Congress. In my case, I was the first Democrat elected in 50 years, swinging our district 17 points. Those who are stepping up now to run will win in November Because Americans, you at home, know you can demand more, and that we are working to lower costs. We are working to keep our communities and our country safe, and we
have never seen a Democrat lower a cost, ever. It's always spend, spend, spend.
In his farewell address, George Washington warned us about the possibility of, quote, cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men rising to power. But he also encouraged us, all Americans, to unite in a common cause, to move this nation forward. That
he was
our
talking
charge
about
once
Thomas
more, and
Jefferson.
that is what we are seeing across the country. It is deeply American and patriotic to do so, and it is how we ensure that the state of our union remains
He
strong.
literally was talking
not
about
just this year, but
the
for
other
next
heroic founders.
250 years as well, because we, the people, have the power to make change, the power to stand up for what is right, the power to demand more of our nation. May God bless the Commonwealth of Virginia, and may God bless the United States of America.
And that was Democratic Governor Abigail Spanberger of Virginia talking.
Weak, limp, and unpowerful. Imagine following a 2-hour Titanic speech with all those awards coming out and be like, well, that guy wasn't honest and stuff. Trump spends 2 hours saying why America is great. And by the way, the president is entitled to, from time to time, update Congress on the state of the union. And people lose sight of what that is. The state of our union is essential, critically wrapped up in our heroes. Where did they go? When did we stop? When did we stop saying that guy took down 7 fighter planes by himself? Because he had to, and he didn't talk about it because he had more war to do afterwards. Where is the recognition of the man who lands a helicopter with his leg all busted up? He's like, look, bro, I'm not going to make it. Consciously, I'm going to need you to take over, and I'll figure this out later when I wake up. That's the guy. That's a hero. That's a man. Why did we stop honoring these people? Why did we stop remembering that they exist and walk amongst us every single day? Why do we stop seeing the heroes in ourselves? It's because we were told there isn't one. We're told we're bad. We're told that we're not compassionate enough, that we're not altruistic enough, that we're too self-serving, that we're too selfish. The selfish men built the world for everyone else. They just happen to make a shitload of money for themselves while doing it. I don't care. I want Elon Musk to be the first trillionaire because he's the evil genius I don't want to be on the bad side of. I want to be on the good side of it. He is an American hero, and he's not even from here. He came over with a stupid accent to show us how to do it again. Trump's like, I like this guy. We could do some good stuff. And they did. And they did it immediately. And they cut out funding that people like this relish in and sit around spending all the money of our labor that they steal. And when the government, when someone within the government says, maybe we shouldn't take so much from the people who build everything while we build nothing, maybe we shouldn't take so much of their money, they reel and screech and shriek because their power is threatened. Their power base is at risk. It is built on sand, Somali-shaped sand in many cases. And when that funding base was targeted, what did they do? Wail and moan as they tore their stupid robes in the night. And yet there was nothing they could do to stop it. Not a single thing. Because Trump said, ha ha ha, I got permission from you morons. I didn't even need it, but I got it so we could do it better. And he did. He went in with Operation loot Minnesota of illegals or whatever. What I forget what they called it. The surge, like the soda, the green stuff. That operation is one of the most hilariously effective immigration operations in all of the nation's history, which is kind of cheating because immigration only really goes back to the the late 40s. So there is some time between, but still they were effective. And we've been sitting here. Republicans have been sitting here for decades saying we can't do it. We want to fix this problem. We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. Entrenched Democrats won't approve the laws that we need. What does Trump do? He puts it in where they can't say no. They have to say yes. The government's shutting down, or you're going to pass the big, beautiful bill. Wonderful. We're going to get lots of agents, and we're going to go street by street, and we're going to send them back. Because they have to go back. I said it a long time ago. They have to go back. And he stopped them from coming in. And it's popular because everybody's like, that guy's freeloading off of my work. Why does my work go to them? They're going to take all my money. I want it to go to my community. I want it to go to my children. I want it to go to my parents. I don't want it to go to Juan. I don't want it to go to Patel. I don't want it to go to any of these people if they haven't done the work to come here legally. If they don't respect my system of laws, why is my system of laws stripping me of my labor and giving it to these freeloading losers? Why is that a thing? I'm sorry, your country sucks. Get in line with the rest of the good ones. And Republicans have been sitting around my entire life. We can't do it. We want to do it. We just can't do it. We just can't. We just can't. Trump comes in, watch me try. I've got a picnic basket full of policy, and a Supreme Court who's a little bit afraid of being called dumb. And he knew it. He knew it from the start. He knew exactly how to negotiate every single one of these deals. He said, I wrote the book. I'm really the best at it. Quite good. Art of the deal. They're going to bend. They're going to break because they can't stand bending. They were never flexible. They're made of something rigid and gross, but we're going to bend them. We're going to make them limp because America makes you limp. And you can do it because you finish, or you can do it because you get tired of trying. But we will break you, and we'll do it politely or we'll do it forcefully. It's up to you. Really, the choice is yours, but stop taking from us. Stop taking from our people. Stop taking from us to give to you. That's you, Canada. Suck it. Get wrecked. Your stupid little commie presidents that you run around all over the globe acting like you matter. You don't. Trump told you. Gulf of Mexico? No, not quite. Not quite. That's ours. Gulf of America. Swim in our waters. It never was Mexico. It wasn't even your turn. No. No, thank you. I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm tired of these stupid people coming in here and telling me I'm wrong, telling me they're trying to work for me. All you've done for me is increased everything I have to pay for and then added stuff to make me pay for more. That's it. You've never reduced a price in your life. Trump comes in and immediately, things start coming back to normalcy. Gas starts going down. He negotiates with every single major pharmaceutical company and immediately, without an insurance policy, lowers prices. You're going to do it. Even on the fat drug. Yes, even on that one. We want better looking people here, and I'm tired of giving them bread and butter when we could be giving them all sorts of Ozempic. Give them extra Ozempic. Make it cheaper. Make it cheaper. Make it now. Fertility, religion, faith, liturgy of policy, the principles of faith, if not the doctrine, applied to the America that we all love and were taught to like from birth because it was worth liking back then. We get some scummy Democrat to come out with a 12-minute speech. Ha! You just got smoke bombed for 2 hours. You all look like scumbags and everybody knows it. I have feelings on this issue.
Seriously, stop.
And I don't even know. That wasn't word. That wasn't words. Okay. That KK8363. We have been conditioned to idolize the weak. Blue Whiz Robe says, too bad Washington forgot to warn his fellow Virginians about the women of ambition. Stormcrow 9008. Only reason this female dog won is because Virginia GOP suffers massive Trump derangement syndrome, hate their Trump voting base, and seek to punish VA Trump voters. Life in general, bullshit. This Karen would call the HOA on her neighbor for having the wrong shade of eggshell paint on their fence, and call ICE when Consuela the maid asks for a raise. And then Winston Smith says, this is a bad prosecutor's closing argument. All she needs is the PowerPoint. Absolutely. Well, there you go, guys. State of the Union response. Weak, sad, pathetic. And then, of course, very masculine and very, very angry. My response back to that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, the State of the Union. I don't always get to stream it. It's been kind of messy. Some of the times that it's been done over the past several years, I just haven't had the ability or time to do it when it was on. So I'm glad to get to do it while it was live. Super fun. I love to get to put in my 2 bits without a whole bunch of, without seeing it beforehand, without reading a bunch of headlines. Straight out the emotional gates.
Nick, first, let's be honest. A friend of mine who has PCOS, which makes losing weight difficult, pointed out Ozempic killed body positivity.
It did immediately. All those fat bitches are like, I can get skinny. Everything I said was a lie. All right, guys. Thanks for the memberships and super chats, of course, and super tips. Again, you guys allow me to do this show. You guys make it worth sitting here through some stuff that's infuriating. You guys always inspire me to share my thoughts and opinions, and remind me that there are good people out there who think the same way, who remember the America that we grew up loving, who hate to see the America that we've become, but who have faith. And I mean that, a liturgical faith, not a worship of country, but an understanding of why we should believe in our country. To see the rituals of America, which includes the 10 Commandments, by the way, coming to a school near you, where the rituals of America matter because our country matters. Some bespectacled fucking trans lesbian isn't out there telling me that I don't get to like my country until it does things their way. No, thank you. I am proud of the U.S. hockey team. I am proud of every single gold medal. We should have more. Remind everybody why they all want to come here, why they all need to come here, because their countries don't cut it. Not in sports, not in their education systems that are better, not in economy, not in opportunity, never in liberty, and never in reality. Never can they compete. So long as we keep the American spirit alive and love or hate Donald Trump, it is fusing from his skin. And it's intoxicating. It's why people can't take their eyes off him. And any president that can actually stand there and remind us of the dream and not stand there and tell us that the dream is only if you accept my pronouns. Like, can you imagine a more worthless cause for a president to say that America is worth it because of our diversity or something? We never cared about diversity. We cared about green, because green means people worked for something and they built everything. And we stand on those shoulders every day. Everything we do, every road, sidewalk that we traverse, every building we enter, every air conditioner that keeps us from dying in the heat like we live in Mumbai, every heater and furnace that keeps us warm from the bitter cold of the north. Every single one of those things was because we never stopped believing that we should build all this stuff for ourselves and others. We should make life better. And they want to call that selfish. They want to call that misguided. They want to tell you what you actually need to do is sacrifice more of your rights for someone else, rather than figuring out how do we just, go ahead and respect those. Like we have to sacrifice ours. We have to be compelled into action or inaction against our will, against our beliefs, against our faiths, and against our experiences. Those are the people who are our enemies, and it doesn't matter what political stripe they wear. Right now, it's a Democrat, sure. Tomorrow, it's a Republican. Half of the Republicans are scum, too. Probably all of them. But believing in us, who we are, who we have been, believing in our country, and believing in our opportunity, because that's all we ever asked. Just let me work. Get out of my way. I'll build something you've never seen before, and you'll forget that it was me, and it won't even matter. But you'll love it for the rest of your life. It will change everything. Every American can do that. Hundreds of thousands of them do that every single day. They change the world in ways that are unfathomable to our founders daily now. And it will only get better. But only as long as we recognize that this happens because of us. We're the last bastion of it on earth. All the other free countries have been taking free rides on our labor, on our money, to socialize their lifestyles. No thanks. I stand behind a president who stands opposed to that. Because theft by being in my country illegally is the same as the theft of litigating my funds away through your shitty country. Regulating my speech from your shitty country. Go away. We don't care anymore. We'll be looking at you from our rearview mirror, and you'll be trying to see through the dust cloud we leave behind us. Good night, guys. Peace. Peace.
So pour out an odd bag of bow, more of that bright spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear Lost Planning tonight. From the white shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the thought better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the love of